All right, so you know it's a good day when we got a big box from SendCutSend. Let's go ahead, cut this thing open, see what we got. Oh, hell yeah. Look at those corners. That's what I was worried about doing it myself. I definitely couldn't get those tight bends and clearance fit right there. I was thinking about having to weld all that shut, but this is super sturdy. I think this is 3mm thick steel, so pretty much 1/8 inch. This is stout. Yeah, I don't know if my next plan's gonna work. So I had intended on using a dimple die, pop all these holes, add a little bit of strength, rigidity, and holes look cool and make the panel a little lighter. But I don't know if that's gonna work. If my press is gonna be able to do that. We'll see though. I'll throw it in the press, see what it does. If not, oh well. All right, but anyway, there's one bracket and another bracket. And these plates, they'll go across the front, tying in here. Oh, I do have to put riv nuts just to be able to bolt these in. Let's cut this out too. All right, and the front plate, I opted for a little thinner sheet metal. No reason for it to be structural. It's mostly just to tie in, make it look good, fill in the front so it's not wide open. So this will definitely be able to take a dimple. Press that on. Yeah, that'll work pretty good. Not super sure about these. I don't think I've tried this thick before, but we'll see what happens. So the dimple dies were a success. Everything looks good, didn't warp the panels too bad. It's always gonna have a little bit of warpage when you do press, but the side panels, perfect. No issue at all. I was worried when it started bending, it kind of flared these out a little bit, but as I pressed it all the way in, everything straightened back out. So no issues at all with that. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and add some riv nuts to the front. This will allow us to, where is the hole? There it is. This will allow us to put some threads into this sheet metal, gives it a little more bite. And once riv nuts are in, we'll be able to tie in both of these sides, make it a little cleaner, and it might even add some rigidity. I'm not too sure about that, but it'll look good. So let's go ahead and start popping these in. So if you're not familiar, this is a riv nut tool or rivet nut tool. All this is a threaded internal rivet. Screw it onto this tool. So as it squeezes these handles together, it pulls this arbor through, causing this metal to flare out, grabs onto the sheet metal here, and then pretty much now we have a threaded, oh, is that M6? Yeah, okay, good. Correct size. All we do, insert that into the correct size hole, squeeze a little bit. This is a little awkward doing it from this angle, but thread it in a little more, squeeze again, and that should be it. As you can see, now we have a threaded hole there where sheet metal was too thin to actually put threads. Now we got substantial bite. So we'll go ahead, knock out the rest of these, and after that we'll be able to bolt everything up. All the riv nuts are installed, and now just as a dry run, a little test fit, let's see what the front panel looks like. All right, get everything lined up. Okay, good, I made the holes large enough. It's a little awkward doing it backwards, but it'll be all right. All right, and that's it. Yeah, this isn't going to add really any rigidity, you know, this way, obviously, but it should add a lot of whatever this way is, you know. So, damn, let me take a look at this from the front, see what it's going to look like. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Shoot, all right. So this is looking pretty good. I think we'll go ahead and start throwing it in the car. All right, it looks like it's gonna fit. Bolt holes are lining up a little bit. Oh, no. Yeah, we're right on. So we got the seat bracket painted. First time I've ever used the wrinkle black finish, and it actually turned out really good. Better than I was expecting. It's not as good as powder coat, I'm sure, but for the out of the rattle can, this stuff feels pretty good, looks pretty good, and all in all, pretty happy with it. But seat is reinstalled, brackets installed, and I guess I can go ahead and do a little final sit in there and then see how it feels. Oh yeah. Yeah, perfect height. Shoulder right here with the window line. That'll be perfect. That way, harness bar coming across. Harness bar won't be too far into the window, won't be super visible, but you know, it's gonna be there. But main reason I went with these seats, the back is so much thinner than the factory seat. OEM seats like super thick, so it would stay really far back. Harness bar would be like halfway through the rear door. Really couldn't let that happen. So one little sacrifice, upgrade, I guess. I wanted to keep all, I wanted to keep everything as OEM plus as possible, but headliner, definitely not OEM. Interior is going to be a mix of everything. So, it is what it is. Plans change. This thing's constantly evolving. So, but next up, we do have harness bar. You see, I got base plates welded up, ready to go. It's going to be a bolt-in cage, bolt-in harness bar. This one's not going to be like race car, track built. It's just going to be for cruising around, and looking cool at the same time. Harness bar might as well. I know I cut a lot of structure out of this car, so kind of worried about side impact, rollovers, anything like that. Try to make it as stout as possible again. So I figured, harness bar, that ought to work. Keep the roof from caving in. And what the f is that? We're finally back on track, making progress, moving forward this build. Thank y'all for hanging in there. I know it's been a while, and I appreciate it. So anyway, I guess I'll let y'all go. Thanks for following along so far, and I'll see you in the next one.